Welcome to Legacy Coins USA, where history fits in the palm of your hand. Today we're unlocking the story behind an everyday coin that carries royal power, hidden meaning, and decades of history, the Elizabeth II 2 pence. It may look simple, but trust me, this small coin has a big legacy. Stay with me for a moment because by the end of this video you'll never look at pocket change the same way again. Let's step into the past together and uncover the value stories and secrets behind the coins that connect generations. Let's start. Alright friends, settle in and imagine the soft crackle of a vintage radio and a warm voice coming through the speaker because today we are taking a friendly deep dive into one of the most recognizable British coins ever made, the Elizabeth II 2 pence dated 1997, and we are going to explore its history, its meaning, its collector value, and why so many people around the world still hold on to this humble copper-colored coin with real affection and curiosity. This coin belongs to the modern decimal coinage of the United Kingdom, introduced in 1971, when Britain moved away from the old pound, shillings, and pence system, and the 2 pence quickly became a symbol of everyday life found in pockets, purses, and cash drawers across the country, and even far beyond its borders, where collectors and travelers carried it home as a small piece of British history. Now let us talk about the design, because this is where the story really comes alive. On the front you see the right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Raphael Maklauf, and used on British coins from 1985 until 1997. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the royal diadem, a symbol of continuity, duty, and tradition. Surrounding her image is the Latin inscription Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, which in plain language means Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This phrase connects the modern coin directly to centuries of monarchy tradition, and it reminds collectors that even a small denomination coin carries deep historical symbolism. Turning the coin over, you find the reverse design, which is the iconic Prince of Wales feathers, a badge long associated with the heir to the throne. It features 3 ostrich feathers rising from a coronet with a ribbon below reading Ich diene, which is German for I serve. This design was created by Christopher Ironside and used on the 2 pence from decimalization until 2008, and for many collectors this reverse is instantly recognizable and emotionally nostalgic because it represents stability, service, and the quiet dignity of the British constitutional system. The year 1997 itself is also important in understanding this coin because it was a moment of transition in British history. It was the final year that the Maklauf portrait of Queen Elizabeth appeared on circulating coinage. Later that same year a new portrait by Ian Rank Broadley was introduced, making 1997 a crossover year, and while the 2 pence did not change reverse design at that time, the obverse portrait shift adds an extra layer of interest for collectors who enjoy coins tied to specific historical moments. From a technical standpoint, the 1997 2 pence is made of copper-plated steel with a diameter of approximately 26 millimeters and a weight of just over 7 grams. This change to steel had occurred earlier in the decade as part of cost-saving measures, replacing the older bronze alloy, and while some collectors prefer the heavier feel of earlier bronze coins, the steel issues like the 1997 example are still very much part of the official story of British coinage and represent how modern mints adapt to economic realities. Now let us talk honestly about value, because this is what many people are most curious about. In general, a standard circulated 1997 2 pence coin has modest monetary value, usually just a few cents in US terms, or a few pence in the UK. However, value changes depending on condition. Uncirculated examples that retain full original luster and show no signs of wear can sell for a few dollars, especially if professionally graded and sealed by a recognized grading service. And while it is not a rare coin, it is still collectible, particularly as part of a complete Elizabeth II date set. Collector demand for this coin is steady rather than explosive, and that is actually a good thing. It means the coin is accessible to new collectors, students, and history lovers without requiring a large budget. Demand comes primarily from people building full runs of decimal British coinage, Elizabeth II portrait collections, and educational collections used to teach modern numismatics and royal history. And because the 2 pence is so iconic, it often serves as a gateway coin that sparks a lifelong interest in collecting. It is also worth noting that era coins can dramatically change the value landscape. Ms. strikes, off-center strikes, missing inscriptions, or unusual plating errors are rare, but when authenticated they can command significant premiums, and this is why many collectors carefully examine even common-date 2 pence coins under magnification, hoping to find something unusual hiding in plain sight, and this sense of treasure hunting adds excitement to an otherwise ordinary coin. From an educational standpoint, the 1997 Elizabeth II 2 pence is an excellent teaching tool. It allows instructors and parents to explain decimalization, monarchy symbolism, Latin inscriptions, and minting technology all through a single everyday object, and that is part of the magic of coins. They are small, durable time capsules that quietly carry history across generations without asking for attention. Finally, what makes this coin special is not rarity or high price, but connection. It connects people to Britain, to Queen Elizabeth II, to the idea of service represented by Ich Dien, and to the simple joy of holding a real piece of history in your hand. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a curious beginner, or someone who just found one in a drawer, this 1997 2p reminds us that history does not always shout. Sometimes it speaks softly from the palm of your hand with warmth, familiarity, and a story worth hearing all the way through. Next coin. 2p coin dated 1999 from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, a humble coin with a proud story, steady history, and enduring collector interest, told in a calm, cheerful voice that invites learning and curiosity. The 2p coin became part of everyday British life after decimalisation in 1971, and by 1999, it represented a fully modern United Kingdom. This coin circulated widely in shops, buses, and homes, yet it quietly carried national identity through its design, materials, and royal symbolism, making it an excellent educational piece for understanding modern British coinage. On the front side, the coin displays the dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Raphael Maklauf, showing a mature monarch wearing the royal diadem. The surrounding Latin legend translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith, reflecting centuries of constitutional monarchy, and linking the coin directly to royal tradition and state authority. Turning to the reverse, we find the iconic Prince of Wales feathers, a historic badge long associated with the heir to the British throne. This elegant design by Christopher Ironside features 3 ostrich feathers rising from a coronet and a ribbon below, symbolizing loyalty, continuity, and royal service, a design that remained consistent and beloved among collectors. The 1999 2p coin was struck in copper-plated steel, a composition introduced earlier in the decade which made the coin magnetic, more durable, and cost-effective than earlier bronze issues. This change marks an important technical shift in royal mint production and helps collectors quickly identify coins from this later period. In terms of size and specifications, the coin measures roughly 26 mm in diameter, weighs just over 7 grams, and features a smooth edge. These standardized dimensions ensured compatibility with vending machines and cash handling systems, while also maintaining familiarity for the public and consistency for collectors. Mintage numbers for the 1999 2p coin were high, meaning circulated examples are common. However, collector value depends heavily on condition. Coins found in uncirculated or brilliant condition with sharp details and original mint luster are more desirable and can sell for several dollars, especially when preserved carefully or professionally graded. Collector demand also increases when unusual mint errors are present, such as off-center strikes, weak plating, doubling, or striking anomalies. These errors are not intentional, yet they add uniqueness and scarcity, making them attractive to specialists who study modern British minting varieties and production techniques. From a historical viewpoint, 1999 represents the closing years of the 20th century, a time of optimism, technological change, and global connection. Coins from this era serve as tangible reminders of daily life before the new millennium and offer cultural context beyond their face value. As we conclude, remember that the 1999 Elizabeth II 2p coin is more than spare change. It is a small, durable piece of living history, ideal for new collectors, educators, and seasoned numismatists alike. Thank you for spending this time with Legacy Coins USA. May your collections grow with knowledge, care, and joy, and may every coin you hold tell a story worth hearing. Next up, today's story of the British 2p coin, dated 2003, from the long and historic reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Imagine a friendly, reassuring radio voice filling the room, steady, calm, and welcoming, as if answering calls from across the world on a festive winter evening. The 2p coin is a product of the United Kingdom decimal currency system, introduced in 1971, and by 2003, it had become a familiar and trusted part of everyday British commerce. This coin represents a mature phase of modern British coinage, where tradition and efficiency came together to serve a fast-moving society while still honoring centuries of royal heritage. On the obverse of the 2003 2p coin appears the refined portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. This image shows the Queen wearing the royal diadem, symbolizing authority, stability, and continuity. The Latin inscription surrounding the portrait translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith, connecting this everyday coin to ancient royal titles and constitutional history. The reverse design features the Prince of Wales feathers, a historic royal emblem created by Christopher Ironside. 3 elegant feathers rising from a coronet with a flowing ribbon beneath. This design represents the heir to the throne and reflects loyalty, service, and national identity, making the coin visually distinctive and culturally meaningful. From a technical standpoint, the 2003 2p coin was struck in copper-plated steel, a material adopted to improve durability and reduce production costs. This composition makes the coin magnetic and slightly lighter in feel compared to earlier bronze issues, a detail that collectors and educators often use to explain changes in modern minting practices. The coin measures approximately 26 millimeters in diameter, weighs just over 7 grams, and has a smooth edge. These standardized specifications ensured compatibility with vending machines and cash handling systems while maintaining consistency across the decimal coin series, making it practical for use and study. In terms of mintage, the Royal Mint produced a large number of 2-pence coins in 2003, which means circulated examples are common and affordable. However, condition remains the key factor in collector value. Coins that are uncirculated with full mint luster, clean surfaces, and sharp details are more desirable and can sell for several dollars depending on market demand. Collector interest increases significantly when mint errors or unusual varieties are present. Examples include off-center strikes, weak plating, double details, or striking anomalies. Such coins are scarce and highly sought after by specialists who focus on modern British errors and production variations. Historically, the year 2003 sits firmly in the early 21st century, a period defined by globalization, digital growth, and changing economies. Coins from this time capture the everyday experience of a modern nation while still carrying symbols rooted deeply in royal and national tradition. As we close this warm and welcoming journey, remember that the 2003 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin is more than small change. It is a teaching tool, a historical artifact, and an accessible collectible. Thank you for spending this time with Legacy Coins USA. May your passion for coins continue to grow, and may every piece you hold bring knowledge, enjoyment, and a sense of connection to history. The British 2-pence coin, dated 2005, from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Imagine a friendly classic radio announcer voice, steady, clear, and inviting, setting the stage for an educational and enjoyable journey through modern British coinage. The 2-pence coin has been part of the United Kingdom decimal currency system since 1971, and by 2005 it represented a well-established denomination used daily across the nation. This coin reflects a period when British currency balanced tradition with efficiency, serving a modern economy while maintaining strong visual ties to royal history. On the obverse, the 2005 2-pence coin features the mature and dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael Maclauf. The Queen is shown wearing the royal diadem, symbolizing authority, continuity, and national stability. The surrounding Latin inscription translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, a title that has appeared on British coinage for centuries. The reverse design displays the Prince of Wales feathers created by Christopher Ironside, 3 feathers rising from a coronet with a ribbon below. This emblem represents the heir to the throne and stands as a powerful symbol of monarchy, service, and heritage, making the design instantly recognizable to collectors and historians. Technically, the 2005 2-pence coin was struck in copper-plated steel, a composition introduced to reduce costs and improve durability. This material makes the coin magnetic and slightly different in sound and feel from earlier bronze issues, providing an excellent example of how minting technology evolves over time. The coin measures approximately 26 millimeters in diameter, weighs just over 7 grams, and has a smooth edge. These standardized specifications ensured smooth circulation, compatibility with machines, and consistency across the decimal coin series, while also making the coin easy to study and catalog. Mintage figures for the 2005 2-pence coin were high, meaning circulated examples are common and typically hold modest value. However, uncirculated coins with full mint luster, sharp details, and minimal contact marks are more desirable and can command higher prices among collectors. Collector demand rises further when unusual mint errors are discovered, such as off-center strikes, double details, weak plating, or other striking anomalies. These errors are scarce and can significantly increase the value depending on rarity, condition, and overall eye appeal. From a historical perspective, 2005 represents a stable period in the early 21st century under Queen Elizabeth II. Coins from this era reflect everyday life in a modern constitutional monarchy and serve as tangible reminders of Britain during a time of technological growth and global influence. As we conclude, remember that the 2005 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin is more than everyday change. It is a small yet meaningful piece of modern history, ideal for education, entry-level collecting, and specialized study. Thank you for joining Legacy Coins USA, and may your collecting journey continue with knowledge, enjoyment, and appreciation for every coin you encounter.